So I'm going to consign today, and so I thought it would be a great opportunity to take you guys along in the process. This is something I did often when I was a reseller, but I just didn't talk about. So I'd have inventory that was sitting for months and months and months, and obviously you want to get the most bang. Just want to go dump it all at Goodwill. At least I didn't. So if I had something I paid $4 for, if I could get $2 of that back, I definitely wanted to, so I could reinvest in my business. So as someone who doesn't resell, the thing I wanted to share some tips with you guys that I appreciate or think were helpful, because I think it's a great way to save money. I think it's a great way to get money back for your clothes to then reinvest in clothes. So there's just a lot of ways to save. So the place that I love to resell the most is Uptown. I don't know if you will have one of those in your area, but it is, I think, a decently sized company. Don't mistake. I know Plato's Closet are all over. I don't love Plato's Closet. They take very little. Like the stuff that they take is like, okay, I bought these Madewell jeans. And the Madewell jeans that I bought are from this season, and I wore them 10 times, and then I'm going to sell them back to you. Here's the reason on those Madewell jeans, which even that's a deal for Madewell jeans. They're probably only going to sell them for 25 to 30% of their original retail, and then they're probably going to calculate in how old they are, the wear of it, all of that kind of stuff. You know that they can sell them for $25. The likelihood is you're going to get $2 to $3 for them. So that's not worth it for a lot of people. But if you were going to drop those Madewell jeans off at Goodwill, $3 is a lot better than no dollars, right? That's one thing to think about, but I have found that Uptown Cheapskate takes way more than Plato's Closet. And I'm going to tell you some tips and some things that I did or I do that I feel like helps me to get the most bang for my buck. I'm going to show you the process that I'm going through right now. It looks crazy. These are bags of things that I am going to Goodwill. I'm not even going to try to consign, and I'm going to tell you why. So the reason I'm not going to try to consign these is for the sheer fact that, so something to keep in mind is seasonality. These are all winter items. We are in February. The likelihood of them buying these particular winter items are slim to none because they are gearing up for spring like every other retailer out there. I have learned from experience that the likelihood of particular items, because they're like heavy sweaters or things that no one would wear in spring or fall, that I'm not even going to bother, honestly. I know how long I've had them for, and I could give them to friends. I could keep some for myself, whatever it might be, but I'm not going to try. So keep in mind seasonality. Here are the bags that I am going to. So I've got like really good brands, Free People, Lou and Grey, Loft. I've got, what else in here? Madewell, J. Crew. That I know they most likely are going to take. So go on their website, look at the brands that they like, look at the styles they're looking for. I know what things are on trend. I know what brands are on trend, and I know what things are most likely to sell. So make sure you pay attention to brand. Make sure you trend. Are wide leg pants on trend right now? They're probably going to buy them. I have some that are in here that are like new with tags. I know most likely they're going to get bought. And because I thrifted these things, even if I only get $2, $3, or $4 back, that great. Is money in my pocket. Something else to think about, like I'll show you for instance, I went through my jeans and I did the same thing. Jeans, they sometimes will buy year round. So I will still try to consign them before I go as a last ditch effort. And I again went through and went, okay, what brands are kind of on trend? Which ones are most likely to be bought? So think about all of those factors when you're going into consign. So some other things to keep in mind is timing. So if you know that Uptown Cheapskate, which I also recommend getting on their mailing list, if you know that they just had a 90% off sale last weekend, the likelihood is they sold a lot of inventory. These stores work off a formula. So I can't tell you exactly what that formula is, but for instance, it'll be like, we can have 80 pairs of jeans. We're going to have X amount of these in stock, you know, X amount of this brand in stock. So for instance, if they just had a 90% off sale and sold 50 pairs of jeans, they now have some room to take some jeans. So pay attention to when the sales are, and then try to go and consign after that, like a few days after or the day after, whatever it might be, because they just made room in their inventory. Good time to go. Also, if you can, I know not everyone has this ability to, but go when they first open. That's when I go. Partially because you'll get out quicker. It's less of a wait and all of that. They're very good about their turnover time being 20, 30 minutes. The other reason is because the early bird kind of catches the worm a little bit. Again, if they can only take 10 pairs of jeans that week in inventory and then they're maxed back out, well, if someone gets there at 10 in the morning and consigns 5 and then the next person consigns 3, you know what I'm saying? Then all of a sudden they're maxed out in jeans. So they're just not going to take your jeans, even if they're Anthropologie or Madewell or whatever. A lot of the times they're still going to reject them because they have a formula of what they can take. Now they might make exceptions for Madewell or something, but you know what I'm saying. So I've noticed that a lot. The reason I've figured this out is because I have gone to consign, let's say, a Free People shirt on a Monday and they didn't take it. I went back a week later and they took it. So I think part of that is their inventory. I also think, and is there something in my teeth? And I'm also a big believer in going multiple times. So that's another tip. So consider timing, going after sales, going at the beginning of the day, but also if you really want to maximize your money, again, like don't go and think, oh, they didn't take this because they didn't like the style or the brand. They might have been maxed out on sweaters or maxed out on jeans. So that's something to really keep in mind. The other thing is it's a little bit subjective. So you might go on Monday and it might be maxed out, and that's the reason they didn't take it. But you might go on Monday because the girl taking it thought it was on trend. They've got their list of things they're looking for, right? And then on Wednesday, a different girl is doing the buying and she takes it. So that is my other tip, is if you really want to maximize before you go to Goodwill and you have the time, or you're just really, really determined and want to get the most bang for your buck, go multiple times. Because I was a consigner, because I was a reseller, went pretty frequently, and I started to notice that, like, oh wow, they took these pants on the 4th time I tried to consign them. So there must be a reason, right? The girl who checked it out, their formula, whatever it might be. So don't give up. If this is your personal closet, which is probably most of what you all are doing, here's some things to think about. They give you 20 to 30% more for the clothing you consign if you take store credit. For some of you, if you're just trying to flip your clothes to get new clothes, it might make more sense to take that, because if they're going to give you $20 in cash or whatever, $30 in store credit, it may make sense to take that store credit. So that's also something to know and to think about, and they'll let you know when you kind of check out. If you're someone who's really, really thrifty and you go, no, I want even if it's $20, it's less. I know that I can go to Goodwill and get 4 or 5 things. Then that's kind of where I'm at, because I can thrift often and I kind of know. But if you don't have the time, or you just like the inventory they have at Uptown Cheapskate, think about keeping the credit if that is something, especially because they have sales, right? So you could keep the credit, wait till they have a 70, 80, 90% sale, and then go stock up and use all that credit. So be strategic, really think about that. I'm trying to think if I have any more tips for you. I feel like those are all the things that, you can hear my toddler, all the things that I try to do and what I look for. I hope this is helpful. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section. DM me on Instagram. I'm at thriftwithkellyann. I hope you learned some things in this video and consider going to an Uptown Cheapskate in your area. There's multiple ones in Charlotte, North Carolina. That's where I'm at. And I just found that they are the most worth my effort and time. I have not had success at Plato's Closet for the reasons I listed. And there's a Clothing Mentor here in Charlotte, which I have not tried, so I cannot really speak to it. But I have heard from other people that it's similar to Plato's and what they'll do. Okay, so a quick little update. I just went in. We were in and out in like 15 or 20 minutes. I got $32 cash, or I could have taken $45 store credit. Pardon the toddler. So overall, a really good haul. If I was really, really wanting to take those same clothes back 2 or 3 times, but I just don't have the time or the ability to do that right now, and I just want to kind of clean out the closet that all of this was in. So I'm just going to count that a win. I'm going to take those $32. Arlen, hush. I'm going to take those $32 and put them towards my home decor budget. So when probably take those same clothes back 2 or 3 times, but I just don't have the time or the ability to do that right now, and I just want to kind of clean out the closet that all of this was in. So I'm just going to count that a win. I'm going to take those $32. Arlen, hush, baby.